I had been looking forward to this vacation for months. My wife and I had planned it together, dreaming about sunsets, quiet beaches, and exploring new cities. I imagined it as a chance to reconnect and strengthen our bond. The first few days were perfect. We laughed, took photos, and shared meals in little restaurants tucked away from the crowds. I felt the spark of our early days returning, or so I thought. Then something shifted. She started texting constantly, sneaking glances at her phone, and smiling in ways that made me uneasy. I asked her what was going on, and she laughed it off, saying it was work-related. But my gut told me otherwise. There was a tension in the air, a distance growing between us. It was subtle at first, just a feeling, but it grew until I could no longer ignore it. One evening, I caught her in a moment that confirmed my worst fears. She was flirting openly with a stranger at a resort bar, laughing at jokes that weren't funny and leaning closer than anyone should to someone else. I didn't confront her immediately. I wanted to process my emotions, to stay calm and not ruin the rest of the vacation with a scene. But the sting of betrayal burned in my chest. The next day, I tried to talk to her about it. I asked, calmly, if she realized how her behavior looked. She brushed it off, saying I was being paranoid and overreacting. That was the moment I realized how far the damage had gone. It wasn't just the flirting. It was the disregard for my feelings, the complete lack of respect for the trust one had placed in her. I spent the afternoon walking alone on the beach, thinking about everything. Our marriage, our life together, and what I deserved. By evening, I had made a decision. I wasn't going to beg or plead. I wasn't going to stand silently while my trust was trampled. I was going home. I packed my bags quietly while she was in the shower, careful not to make noise, careful not to give her a hint. The decision felt heavy but right. When she came out and noticed my suitcase, her face went pale. "What are you doing?" she asked, panic rising in her voice. "I'm going home," I said calmly. "I can't stay here after what I saw. I can't pretend everything is fine when it's not." She tried to argue, to explain, to apologize, but the words fell flat. The trust she had broken couldn't be mended by excuses or fleeting promises. I called a taxi and left the resort, my heart heavy but my mind clear. The flight home was quiet, the hum of the engines almost soothing after the chaos of betrayal. For the first time in years, I felt a strange sense of freedom. Freedom from lies, from disrespect, from someone who didn't value my feelings. When I landed, I knew there would be conversations, perhaps anger and tears, but I felt prepared. I had taken control of my life instead of letting her choices dictate it. In the days that followed, I focused on myself, friends, family, and rebuilding the peace I had lost. It wasn't easy, but every step felt like reclaiming a piece of my dignity. She reached out, of course, trying to explain, to apologize, to make it seem like it wasn't as bad as I thought. But I had already made my choice. I wouldn't return to a situation that disrespected me. Looking back, leaving that vacation early wasn't just about punishment. It was about self-respect, boundaries, and the understanding that sometimes walking away is the strongest statement you can make.